Hamlet, has been made one of the most complicated human characters in all history. I don't think because Shakespeare meant him to be, precisely, but because most actors possibly allow themselves to become too complicated for the role. I myself am a very simple young man. The Bard of Avon actually wrote a very simple study of a man, equipped with the indecision one finds in almost everyone today, gave him a sense of humor, and imbued within him the emotions to love, hate, fear, and weep and laugh exactly as you and I.
Lord, it comes.
Angels and ministers of grace.
Thou spirit of hell, thou goblin damned, bring with the airs from heaven or blast from hell. Be thy intense, wicked, or charitable, thou comest in such a questionable shape. I will speak to thee. I'll call thee Hamlet, King, Father, Royal Dane of once. It beckons you to go away with it. But do not go with it. Do not speak, and I will follow it. Oh, not, my lord. Why, what should be the fear? I do not set my life at a pin's fee. Am I so? Go on. I'll follow me. You shall not go, my lord. Hold off your hand. Be ruled, you shall not go.
Unhand me, gentlemen. By heaven, I'll make a ghost of him that lets me. I say away.
Go on. I'll follow you. Whither wilt thou lead me? Speak. I'll go no further. Mark me. I will. My hour is almost come, when I to sulphurous and tormenting flames must render up myself. Alas, poor ghost, pity me not. List, oh list, if ever thou didst thy dear father love, oh God, revenge is foul and most unnatural murder. The serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown. Oh, my uncle. Upon my secure hour thy uncle stole, with juice of cursed Lebanon in a vial, did pour the leprous distilment. So by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen, that once dispatched, thou hast nature in thee, bear it not. Let not the royal bed of Denmark be a couch for luxury and damned incest. Adieu, Hamlet, remember me. Adieu, remember me. I've sworn it.
Speak the speech, I pray you, but trippingly on the tongue. But if you mouth it, as many of your players do, I'd as lief have the town crier speak my lines. And do not saw the air with your hand thus, but use all gently. For in the very torrent, tempest, and I may say whirlwind of your passion, you must acquire and beget a temperance that may give it smoothness. I warrant, your honor. Be not too tame, neither. But let your own discretion be your tutor. Suit the action to the word to the action, that with a special observance, that you o'erstep not the modesty of nature. For anything that's overdone is from the purpose of playing, whose end, both at the first and now, was and is to hold, as 'twere, the mirror up to nature, to show virtue her own feature, scorn her own image, and the very age and body of the time, its form and pressure. Aye, my lord. Coffee with you.
Now I am alone. What a rogue and peasant slave am I. Is it not monstrous that this player here, but in a fiction, in a dream of passion, could force his soul so to his own conceit that from her working all his visage waned, tears in his eyes, distraction in his aspect, a broken voice, and his whole function suiting with forms to his conceit, and all for nothing, for Hecuba. What's Hecuba to him, or he to Hecuba, that he should weep for her? What would he do? Had he the motive and the cue for passion that I have? He would drown the stage with tears and cleave the general ear with horrid speech, make mad the guilty and appall the free. Yet I, a dull and muddy-mettled rascal, peak like John o' Dreams, unpregnant of my cause, and can say nothing. No, not for a king, upon whose property and most dear life a damned defeat was made. Am I a coward? Who calls me villain, breaks my pate across, plucks off my beard and blows it in my face? Who does me this? I would take it, for it cannot be, but I am pigeon-livered and lack gall to make oppression bitter, or ere this bloody, bawdy villain, remorseless, treacherous, lecherous, kindless villain, vengeance! I have heard that guilty creatures sitting at a play have by the very cunning of the scene been struck so to the soul that presently they have proclaimed their malefactions. I'll have these players play something like the murder of my father before my uncle. I'll observe his looks. I'll tent him to the quick. If he but blench, I know my course. The spirit that I have seen may be the devil. And the devil hath power to assume a pleasing shape. I'll have grounds more relative than this. The play's the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of trouble and by opposing end them. To die. To sleep no more. And by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die. To sleep. To sleep. A chance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil. must give us pause. The undiscovered country, on whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all. Thus the native hue of resolution is sickly o'er with a pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment with this regard their current turn awry and lose the need of action.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus? I am sure care is an enemy to life.
By my troth, said Toby, you must come in earlier a night. Your cousin Milady takes great exception to your ill hours. You must confine yourself within the limits of order.
Confine? But I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in.
I heard Milady talk yesterday of a foolish knight that you brought in to be her wooer.
Oh, Sir Andrew Aguecheek? He's as tall as any's in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
He has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year in all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal, and he's drunk nightly in your company.
Mm-hmm. With drinking health to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there's a passage in my throat and drink in Illyria. Castellano Vulgo. Here comes Sir Andrew Aguecheek.
Aha! Sir Toby Belch. How now, Sir Toby?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Oh, bless you, fair shrew.
Accost, Sir Andrew. Accost.
What's that?
Oh, my niece's chambermaid.
Oh, good Mistress Accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Oh, good Mistress Mary Accost.
Oh, you mistake, knight. Accost is fronter, boarder, wooer, a sailor.
Oh, is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
What employment have we here? A letter. Upon my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very seeds, her ewes and teeth. Oh, to my unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. To whom should this be?
That wins him.
I may command what I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
Excellent wench.
If there should be thee, Malvolio, M-O-A-I doth sway my life. I may command what I adore, for she may command me, I serve her. What should that alphabetical position portend? M. Malvolio. M. But that begins my name. Softly, here follows prose. If this falls to thy hand, revolve. Be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Inure thyself to what thou art like to be. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. A farewell of the unfortunate unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. I will be proud. I will read politic letters. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered. Of Jove and my stars be praised. Here is yet a postscript. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I could marry this wench for this.
So can I.
Alas, no other dowry with her for such another jest. Maria, wilt thou set thy foot on my neck?
Say true, does it work on him?
Like aqua vitae with a midwife. Ha!
Richard, who was Duke of Gloucester before his coronation, was the House of York. In the days of Shakespeare, this House of York was so bitterly hated and feared, the playwright built a Richard even more terrible than Richard actually was. King Edward, the pretender to the throne, has overcome his enemy, Henry VI, in the ghastly Battle of Towton and ascended to the Tower. Let us picture Edward's warped and fire-brained brother Richard alone, atop a seething mound of dying bodies, his feet in blood-wet mud, watching his brother king leaving the field and musing on the pleasant expectation he has for the unsteady crown. Would they were wasted, marrow, bones, and all, that from their loins no hopeful branch may spring to cross me from the golden time I look for. And yet between my soul's desire and me is Clarence, Henry, and his young son, Edward, and all the unlooked-for issue of their bodies to take their rooms ere I can place myself. Say there is no kingdom then for Richard. What other pleasure can the world afford? I'll make my heaven in a lady's lap and deck my body in gay ornaments and witch sweet ladies with my words and looks. Miserable thought, and more unlikely than to accomplish 20 golden crowns. Why, love forswore me in my mother's womb. She did corrupt frail nature with some bribe to shrink mine arm up like a withered shrub, to make an envious mountain on my back where sits deformity to mock my body, to shape my legs of an unequal size, to disproportion me in every part like to a chaos. And am I then a man to be beloved? Oh, monstrous fault to harbor such a thought. Then, since this earth affords no joy to me, but to command, to check, and to o'erbear such as are a better person than myself, I'll make my heaven to dream upon the crown. And yet I know not how to get the crown, for many lives stand between me and home. And from this torment, I will free myself or hew my way out with a bloody axe. Why, I can smile and murder whiles I smile, and cry content to that which grieves my heart, and wet my cheeks with artificial tears, and frame my face to all occasions. Can I do this and cannot get a crown? Chat, were it further off, I'll pluck it down. Was ever woman in this humor wooed? Was ever woman in this humor won? I'll have her, but I'll not keep her long. What? I that killed her husband and his father, to take her in her heart's extremest hate, with curses in her mouth, tears in her eyes, have God, her conscience, and these bars against me, and I nothing to back my suit at all, but the plain devil and dissembling looks, and yet to win her, all the world to nothing. Upon my life, she finds, although I cannot, myself to be a marvelous proper man.
Shine out, fair sun, till I have bought a glass, that I might see my shadow as I pass.
Is thy name Tyrrell?
James Tyrrell, and your most obedient servant.
Art thou indeed?
Prove me, my gracious liege.
Darest thou to kill a friend of mine?
Aye, my lord, but I had rather kill 2 enemies.
Aye. There thou hast it. 2 deep enemies. Tyrrell, I mean those princes in the tower.
'Tis done, my gracious lord.
Shall we hear from thee, Tyrrell, ere we sleep?
You shall, my lord.
Go.
Buckingham.
My lord, I have considered in my mind the late demand that you did sound me in.
No, let it pass. Dorset is fled to England.
I hear that news, my lord.
Stanley, he is your wife's son. Well, look to it.
My lord, I claim your gift, my due by promise, for which your honor and your faith is pawned. The earldom of Hereford and the movables, the which you did promise I should possess.
Stanley, look to your wife. If she convey letters to Richmond, you shall answer it.
What says your highness to my just demand?
As I remember, Henry VI did prophesy that Richmond should be king.
My lord, your promise for the earldom.
A bard of Ireland told me once I should not live long after I saw Richmond.
My lord,
Aye, what's o'clock?
I am thus bold to put your grace in hand, my lord.
But what's o'clock?
Upon the stroke of 10.
Well, let it strike.
Why, let it strike.
Because that like a jack thou keeps the stroke betwixt thy begging and my meditation.
I am not in the giving vein today.
Why then resolve me whether you will or no?
I am not in the giving vein today. Gentlemen, we take our leave.
What news?
Richmond is on the seas.
There, let him sink. There'll be the seas on him. White-livered runagate. What doth he there?
He makes for England, there to claim the crown.
Is the chair empty? Is the sword unswayed? Is the king dead? The empire unpossessed? What heir of York is there alive but we? And who is England's king but great York's heir? March on! March on, since we are up in arms. If not to fight with foreign enemies, yet to beat down these rebels here at home. Here pitch our tents. Even here in Bosworth Field. Up at my tent here. Here will I lie tonight. But where tomorrow? Well, all's one for that. So I am satisfied. Give me a bowl of wine. Bid my guard watch. Leave me, Ratcliffe. About the mid of night. Come to my tent and help to arm me. Leave me, I say. I am for sleep. Give me another horse. Bind up my wounds. Have mercy, Jesus. I did but dream. I hear their drums. Prepare it in my heart. Call up Lord Stanley. Bid him bring his power. Go, gentlemen. Every man to his charge. That our babbling dreams affright our souls. Fight, gentlemen of England. Fight, bold yeomen. Draw archers. Throw your arrows to the head. What says Lord Stanley? Will he bring his power?
Or he doth deny to come.
Off with his son George's head. Advance your standards. Set upon our foes.
Rescue, my lord of Norfolk. Rescue, rescue. The king enacts more wonders than a man. His horse is slain, and all on foot he fights, sieging for Richmond and the throat of death.
A horse? My kingdom for a horse!
Withdraw, my lord. I'll help you to a horse.
Slave, I have set my life upon a cast. and I will stand the hazard of the die. I think there be 6 rich ones in the field. 5 have I slain today instead of him. A horse! A horse! My kingdom for a horse! Richmond! I have found thee. Nay, Richard. Death hast thou found instead. You lie!
If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. He's here in double trust. First, as I'm his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed. Then as his host, who should against the murderer shut the door, not bear the knife, myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off.
And now, Ross, Macbeth, the king hath happily received the news of thy success in battle against the king of Norway, and for an earnest reward he bade me call thee Thane of Cawdor.
Can the devil speak true? The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment. Treasons, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Glamis and Thane of Cawdor. The greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains.
Ross, a word with you aside.
2 truths are told as happy prologues to a swelling act of the imperial theme. This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature? Bring no more reports. Let the foe fly all. Till Burnham would remove to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy, Malcolm, was he not born of woman? Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall e'er have power upon him. Who comes here?
My lord.
The devil make thee black, thou cream-faced loon. Where gottest thou that good smoke?
There's 10,000.
Geese? Villain?
Soldiers, sir.
What soldiers, wee-face?
The English force, so please your majesty.
Now, take thy faith, then. Satan, I say! What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight till my bones, my flesh be hacked. Give me my armor.
'Tis not needed yet.
I'll put it on. How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled with thick-coming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her, then. Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow, raise out the written troubles of the brain, and with some sweet oblivious antidote, cleanse the stuffed bosom of that perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart.
Therein the patient must minister to himself.
My lord, they have attacked the castle.
I am not afraid of death and bane till Burnham Forest. Come to Dunsinane. Hang our banners on the outer walls. Our castle's strength will laugh us these to scorn. What is that noise?
It is the cry of women, good my lord. I shall sound out the cause. Come, doctor.
I have almost forgot the taste of fears. The time has been my sense would have cooled to hear a night shriek. Now I supped full with horrors. How now, Seaton? Wherefore was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter.
There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays are lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour up on the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I must take the necessary liberty to put aside for the moment the mask of tragedy, that I may explain a lapse in the play which might overburden our time. Hamlet has now been given every clue, every incentive to pursue his course, and yet the very quality which should most impress the prince tends to give him doubt. Ghosts are far more frightening than authoritative. They're rather like motion picture executives in that respect. And so with doubt and assurance warring in his heart, he moves carefully. He must, hoping by his own actions to gain better proof of his uncle's guilt. He feigns madness, seeking to observe more keenly through eyes that everyone believes are dulled by his brain sickness. Hamlet is visited by two schoolmates when Polonius enters to announce the arrival of the players.
My lord, I have news to tell you. My lord, I have news to tell you.
When Roscius was an actor in Rome.
The actors are come, my lord.
Buzz, buzz.
The best actors in the world, either for tragedy, comedy, history, pastoral, pastoral comical, historical pastoral, tragical historical, tragical comical, historical pastoral, scene individual, or poem unlimited.
Oh, you're welcome, masters. Welcome all. Oh, my old friend. Thy face is balanced since I saw thee last. Comest thou to beard me in Denmark? Come, give us a taste of your quality. One speech I chiefly loved. 'Twas Aeneas' tale to Dido. If it live in your memory.
But who, oh, who had seen this mobile queen?
Mobile queen?
That's good. The mobile queen is good. Run barefoot up and down, threatening the flames with bison ruin. A clout upon that head where late the diadem stood, and for a robe about her lank and all her timid loins a blanket in the alarm of fear caught up. Who this had seen with tongue in venom steeped 'gainst fortune's day? Look, whether he has not turned his color and had tears in his eyes.
'Tis well. Ladies and gentlemen, again permit me to step out of the sable attire of Hamlet into modern dress, if only for a brief moment. I should like to bridge the action from here to the scene following the performance of the actors. This performance has the desired effect. The king proclaimed his malefactions in the most satisfactory manner, leaving no doubt in Hamlet's mind but that his ghostly instructions were absolutely correct. The guilt-stricken queen sends Polonius for her son, and there follows one of the truly great and human scenes in all of Shakespeare. So old Polonius, in haste and secrecy, reports to his queen.
He will come straight. Now look you lay home to him. Tell him his pranks have been too broad to bear with, and that your grace hath screened and stood between much heat and him. I'll sconce me here behind the arras.
How now, mother? What's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, You have my father much offended.
Come, come. You answer with an idle tongue.
Go, go. You question with a wicked tongue.
Why? How now, Hamlet? Have you forgot me?
No, by the rood, not so. You are the queen, your husband, brother's wife. And would it were not so. You are my mother.
Nay, then, I'll set those to you that can speak.
Come, come and sit you down. You shall not budge. You go not till I have set you up a glass where you may see the inmost part of you.
Oh, what wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me. Help! Help! Help!
How now? A rat. Dig for a ducat! Dig!
Oh, me. What hast thou done?
Nay, I know not. Is it the king?
Oh, what rash and bloody deed is this?
A bloody deed? Almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother.
As kill a king?
Aye, lady. 'Twas my word. Thou wretched, rash, intruding fool. Farewell. I took thee for thy better. Oh, leave wringing of your hands. Peace. Sit you down and let me wring your heart.
Oh, what have I done that thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty. Look here upon this picture. And on this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. Here was your husband. Look you now what follows. This is your husband, like a mildewed ear, blasting his wholesome brother, a murderer and a villain, a slave. This is not 20th part, the tithe of your prestige, little lord. A king of shreds and patches.
Give them the foil. Young Osric, cousin Hamlet, you know the wager?
Very well, my lord. Your grace has laid the odds of the weaker side.
I do not fear it. I have seen you both.
This is too heavy. Let me see another. It likes me well. These foils have all a length.
I am a good lord. Set me the stoups of wine upon that table. If Hamlet give the first or second hit, or quit in answer to the third exchange, let all the battlements their ordnance fire. Come, begin. And you, the judges, bear a wary eye.
Come, sir.
Come, my lord.
One. No. Judgment.
I think a very possible hit.
Well,
Again. Say, give me the drink. Hamlet, here's to thy health. Give him the cup.
now play this bout first. Set it by a while. Come, sir. Another hit. What say you?
A touch. A touch, I do confess. Our fun shall win.
Dear Hamlet, take my napkin, rub thy brows. The queen carouses to thy fortune, Hamlet.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord. I pray you pardon me.
I dare not drink yet, madam. By and by.
Come, let me wipe thy face.
My lord, I'll hit him now. I do not think it. Say you, sir? Come on. Have it, you know. Craftsman, daring fence.
Nay, come again.
Oh!
Look at the queen there. Oh!
Well, they bleed on both sides. How is Rarities?
Oh, I'm justly killed with mine own treachery.
How does the queen?
She swoons to see them bleed.
No. The drink. The drink. My dear Hamlet. The drink. I am poisoned.
Treachery. Cease it out.
It is here, Hamlet. Hamlet, thou art slain. In thee there is not half an hour of life. The treacherous instrument is in thy hand. And the foul practice hath turned itself on me. Thy mother's poison. I can no more. The king's to blame. A poison venom, too. Then venom to thy work.
Oh, yet defend me, friends. I am but hurt. Here, thou incestuous, murderous, damned Dane. Drink off this potion.
Follow my mother. Oh. He is justly served. It is a poison tempered by himself. Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. Mine and my father's death come not upon thee, nor thine on me. Heaven make thee free of it. I follow thee, Horatio. I am dead. Thou livest. Report me and my cause aright, 'tis I am satisfied. I am more an antique Roman than a Dane. Here's yet some liquor left.
That's all, man. Give me the cup. Let go, by heaven. I'll have it.
All good Horatio. What a wounded name, things standing thus unknown, shall live behind thee. If thou didst ever hold me in thy heart, absent thee from felicity a while, and in this harsh world, draw thy breath in pain to tell my story. The rest is silence. Thou cracked a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.
O knight, thou lackst a cup of canary. When did I see thee so put down?
Faith, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, or if she be, it's 4 to 1 she'll have none of me. The Count himself here, hard by, woos her.
She's none of the Count. She'll not match above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor wit.
I'll stay a month longer. I am a fellow the strangest mind in the world. I delight in masks and revels sometimes altogether.
Art thou good at these kickshaws, knight?
As any man in Illyria. I can cut a caper, and I think I have the back trick simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Shall we set about some revels?
What else should we do? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus?
That's sides and heart.
Rosa! Rosa, it's legs and thighs. Let me see thee caper. Hey, excellent. Higher. Higher.
At the palace of the Duke Orsino, Viola, disguised as a boy and known as Cesario, is his servant. He sends her to bring his suit to Olivia. And at Olivia's house, the noble lady is attended by Maria and Malvolio, her 2 servants.
Madam, there is the gay young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
He speaks nothing but madmen. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home.
As you wish, madam.
Here comes Sir Toby, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman? What gentleman?
There's a gentleman here.
A plague of these pickle herrings.
Aye, Mary. What is he?
Madam, a young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have foreknowledge of that, too, and therefore comes to speak with you. He is fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
He has been told so. And he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be supported to a bench. Oh, but he will speak with you.
Of what personage and years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man. You're young enough for a boy. Oh, as a squash 'tis before 'tis a peas cod, or a codling, when 'tis almost an apple.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman! Milady call.
Yes, madam. Give me my veil. Come, throw it o'er my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy. I have sent after Cesario, and he says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow on him? For youth is bought more oft than begged or borrowed. Where's Malvolio? He is sad and civil, and suits well for a servant with my fortunes.
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner.
Why, what's the matter?
He does nothing but smile. The man is tainted in his wits.
Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo!
How now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady. Oh.
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady. I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering.
What is the matter with you?
Not black in my mind, although yellow in my legs.
God comfort thee. Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
Be not afraid of greatness. It was well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great. Some achieve greatness. And some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee.
Remember who commended thy yellow stocking.
Thy yellow stocking?
And wished to see thee cross-garter.
Cross-gartered? Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino has returned. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Come with me, Maria.
Oh, do you hear me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose that I appear stubborn to him. She incites me to that in the letter. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servant.
Here he is. Here he is.
How is it with you, sir?
Go off! Go off, I discard you. Oh, let me enjoy me privacy.
Sir Toby, milady prays you to have a care of him.
Oh, does she so?
Go to. Peace we must deal gently with him. How do you do, Malvolio? How is with you?
You know what you say.
Oh, now, my Borcock, how dost thou?
Sir?
Aye, Biddy, come with me.
Pray God he be not bewitched. Get him to say his prayers, Sir Toby. Get him to say his prayers.
My prayer? Me?
We will not hear of godliness.
Go hang yourselves all. You are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element.
It is possible.
If this were played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as an improbable fiction.
Come, we'll have him in a dark room and follow him. My niece is already in the belief that he's mad.
Say, you that bear the corpse, and set it down.
What black magician conjures up the scene?
My lord, stand back and let the coffin pass.
Unmannered dog, stand when I command.
Avaunt, thou dreadful minister of hell. Thou hadst but power over this mortal body. His soul thou canst not have. Therefore be gone.
Sweet saint, for charity.
Be not so cursed. Vouchsafe divine perfection of a woman, of these supposed evils, to give me leave by circumstance to acquit myself.
Thou canst make no excuse current, but to hang thyself.
I did not kill your husband.
Why, then he is alive.
Nay, he is dead, but slain by Edward's hand.
In thy foul throat thou liest. Queen Margaret saw thy murderous falchion smoking in his blood.
I was provoked by a slanderous tongue.
Thou wast provoked by thy bloody mind, which never dreamt on aught but butcheries. Didst thou not kill this king?
I grant ye.
Dost grant me, hedgehog? Then God grant me too. Thou mayst be damned for that wicked deed.
Gentle Lady Anne, to leave this keen encounter of our wits and fall somewhat into a slower method, is not the causer of the timeless deaths of these Plantagenets, Henry and Edward, as blameful as the executioner?
Thou art the cause and most accursed effect.
Your beauty was the cause of that effect. Your beauty, which did haunt me in my sleep to undertake the death of all the world, so I might live 1 hour in your sweet bosom.
If I thought that, I tell thee homicide. These nails should rend that beauty from my cheek.
He that bereft thee, lady, of thy husband, did it to help thee to a better husband.
Where is he?
Here. Why dost thou spit at me?
Would it were mortal poison for thy sake.
Never came poison from so sweet a place.
Never hung poison on a fouler toad.
My tongue could never learn sweet, smoothing words, but now thy beauty is proposed my fee. My proud heart sues and promised my tongue to speak.
No.
Oh, teach not thy lips such scorn, for they were made for kissing, lady, not for such contempt. If thy revengeful heart cannot forgive, lo, here I lend thee this sharp-pointed sword, which if thou please to hide in this true bosom, and let the soul forth that adoreth thee, I lay it naked to the deadly stroke, and humbly beg the death upon my knee. Nay, do not pause, for I did kill King Henry, but thy beauty 'twas that provoked me. Nay, now dispatch. 'Twas I that killed your husband, but was thy heavenly face that set me on. Take up the sword again. Take up me.
I would I knew your heart.
Vouchsafe to wear this ring.
To take is not to give.
Look, how this ring encompasseth thy finger. Even so thy breast encloseth my poor heart. Wear both of them, for both are thine. I beg one favor of thy gracious hand.
What is it?
That it please thee leave these sad designs to him that hath more cause to be a mourner, and presently repair to Crosby Place, where after I am solemnly interred this noble king, and wet his grave with my repentant tears, I will with all expedient duty see you.
With all my heart, and much it joys me too, to see you become so penitent.
Bid me farewell.
Since you teach me how to flatter you, imagine I have said farewell already.
Welcome, sweet prince, to London.
Welcome, little cousin, my thoughts sovereign. The weary way hath made you melancholy.
No, Uncle. But our crosses on the way have made it tedious, wearisome, and heavy. I want more uncles here to welcome me.
Sweet prince, the unstained virtue of your years hath not yet dived into the world's deceit. Those uncles that you want were dangerous. Your grace attended to their sugared words, but look not on the poison of their hearts. God keep you from them, and that's all, friend.
Uncle Gloucester, if our brother come, where shall we sojourn till our coronation?
If I may counsel you some day or two, your highness shall repose you at the Tower. How fares our cousin, noble Lord of York?
I thank you, gentle uncle. The prince, my brother, hath outgrown me far.
He hath, my lord.
I pray you, uncle, give me this dagger.
A dagger, little cousin?
With all my heart. My lord, will it please you to pass along? Myself and my good cousin Buckingham will to your mother to entreat her to meet you at the tower and welcome you.
Buckingham! My lord, the mayor tells Guildhall hides it with all post. There at your meetst advantage at the time infer the bastardy of Edward's children. Tell them of his hateful luxury and bestial appetite in change of lust, which stretch to their servants, daughters, wives, even where his lustful eye or savage heart without control listed to make his prey. Tell them my princely father, when at wars in France, found that the issue was not his begot. Fear not, my lord. I'll play the orator. If you thrive well, bring her to Bynard's castle, where you shall find me well accompanied with reverend fathers and well-learned bishops. How now, my lord? What say the citizens? The citizens are mum and speak not a word. Touched you on the bastardy of Edward's children? I did, and withal I did infer your lineaments, being the right idea of your father, both in your form and nobleness of mind. Laid open all your victories in Scotland, your discipline in war, wisdom in peace. I bade them that did love their country's good cry, God save Richard, England's royal king. And did they so? No. So God help me, they spake not a word, but like dumb statues or breathing stones, gazed on each other and looked deadly pale. What tongueless blocks were they? Will not the mayor then and his brethren come? But the mayor is here at hand. Intend some fear. Be not you spoke with, but by mighty suit. And look you, get a prayer book in your hand, and stand betwixt two churchmen. Good my lord, play the maid's part. Still answer nay, and take it. Go up to the lead, the Lord Mayor knocks.
Welcome, my Lord Mayor. I dance attendance here. I think the Duke will not be spoke with all. Here comes his servant. How now, Catesby? What says he?
He is within, with two right reverend fathers, divinely bent to meditation. He wonders to what end you have assembled such troops of citizens to speak with him. My lord, he fears you mean no good to him.
I come in perfect love to him. Return and tell his grace.
My lord, he comes.
See where he stands between two clergymen, two props of virtue for a Christian prince.
What is your grace's pleasure?
Even that, I hope, which pleaseth God above and all good men of this ungoverned isle.
I do suspect I have done some offense that seems disgracious in the city's eyes.
We heartily solicit your gracious self to take on the charge and kingly government of this your land.
I know not whether to depart in silence or bitterly to speak in your reproof.
Do, my lord. Your citizens entreat you.
Alas, alas, why heap you these cares on me? I am unfit for state and majesty. I cannot, nor I will not yield to you.
Your brother's son shall never reign our king. But we will plant some other on the throne, to the disgrace and downfall of your house. Come, citizens, downs, I'll entreat no more.
Oh, do not swear, my lord of Buckingham.
My lord, accept their suit. Do, my lord, lest all the land to rue it.
Cousin Buckingham, and you sage, grave men, since you will buckle fortune on my back to bear the burden whether I will or no, I must have patience and endure the load.
God bless your grace.
Tomorrow will it please you to be crowned?
Even when you please, since you will have it so.
Then I salute you with this kingly title. Long live Richard, England's royal king.
Cousin of Buckingham.
My gracious sovereign.
Give me thy hand. Thus high and by thy advice and my assistance is Richard seated. But shall we wear these honors for a day, or shall they last and we rejoice in them?
young Edward lives. Think now what I would say?
Say no, my loving lord.
By Buckingham, I say I would be king.
Why, so you are, my thrice renowned liege.
Am I king? 'Tis so, but Edward lives.
True, noble prince.
Oh, bitter consequence, that Edward should live, true noble prince. Cousin, thou wert not want to be so dull. Shall I be plain? I wish the prince is dead. And I would have it suddenly performed. What sayest thou? Speak suddenly. Be brief.
Your grace may do your pleasure.
Tut, tut, thou art all ice. Thy kindness freezeth. Say, have I thy consent that they shall die?
Give me some breath, some little pause, my lord, before I positively speak herein. I will resolve, your grace, immediately.
High-reaching Buckingham grows circumspect. Boy,
My lord?
knowest thou not any whom corrupting gold would tempt into a close exploit of death?
My lord, I know a discontented gentleman whose humble means match not his haughty mind.
What is his name?
His name, my lord, is Tyrrell.
I partly know the man. Go, call him hither.
Yes, my lord.
Catesby.
Lord?
Rumor is abroad that Anne, my wife, is sick and like to die. Look how thou dreamest. I say again, give out that Anne, my wife, is sick and like to die. Go.
Tell me, thou villain slave, where are my children? I have no more sons of the royal blood for thee to murder.
You have a daughter called Elizabeth. Know that from my soul I love thy daughter and mean to make her Queen of England.
Why then, who dost thou mean shall be her king?
Even he that makes her queen, who should be else?
Thou?
Aye, even I. What think you of it, madam?
How canst thou woo her?
That I would learn from you, as the one best acquainted with her humor.
Tell her thou madest away her Uncle Clarence.
Come, you mock me. This is not the way to win your daughter. Say that I did this all for the love of her.
Then indeed she cannot choose but hate thee, having bought love with such a bloody spoil.
Look, what is done cannot now be mended. If I did take the kingdom from your son, to make amends, I'll give it to your daughter.
What were best I to say? Her father's brother would be her lord? Or shall I say her uncle? Or he that slew her brothers and her uncles?
Infer England's peace by this alliance.
Which she shall purchase with a lasting war.
Say that the king which may command entreats.
That at her hand which the king's king forbids.
Then in plain terms, tell her my loving tale.
Plain and not honest is too harsh a style. Oh, no. My reasons are too deep and dead. Too deep and dead. Poor infants in their grave.
Oh, harp not on that string, madam. That is past.
Harp on it still shall I, till heartstrings.
Now, by my George, my garter, and my crown, bear her my true love's kiss. And so farewell. To attempt summing up the full force of Macbeth in the short curtain speech is comparable to building a battleship between sunrise and sunset. But the exigencies of radio demand brevity, and I refuse to admit myself less able than the next man to be brief when occasion demands. Macbeth is considered by many people to be Shakespeare's most perfect play, due probably to the fact that it is shorter and its plot less entailed by byplots. Macbeth is a strong, violent, splendid figure of his times. A potential flaming sword that needs someone to wield it. His celebrated wife proves the excellent swordsman, and with a dominance that makes his own soldiery look slightly amateur, she directs his path through blood to the throne of Scotland. Our first scene takes place just after he has led the armies of Scotland in victory for his king. Riding with a companion, General Banquo, through the ugliest, ghastliest, most alarming heath, I'm sure, in all of Scotland, he comes upon 3 witches.
All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor. All hail, Macbeth that shall be king hereafter.
Macbeth, why do you start and seem to fear things that sound so fair? My noble partner you greet with present grace and great prediction. To me you speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak to me.
Hail, hail, hail. Lesser than Macbeth and greater. Not so happy, yet much happier. Thou shalt beget kings, though thou be none.
Would they had stayed where such things here as we do speak about? Or have we eaten on the insane root that makes the reason prisoner? Your children shall be kings. You shall be king.
And Thane of Cawdor, too. Went it not so?
To the self-same words. But look, here comes our noble Ross with message from our good King Duncan. How now, Ross?
Macbeth, the king hath happily received the news of thy success in battle against the King of Norway, and for an earnest reward he bade me call thee Thane of Cawdor.
Can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment. Treasons, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Glamis and Thane of Cawdor. The greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains.
Ross, a word with you aside.
Glamis thou art in Cawdor, and thou shalt be what thou art promised. Yet I do see his nature is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way.
Lady Macbeth.
What are your tidings, messenger?
King Duncan comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it. Where's thy master?
Our Thane is coming.
Bid him tend me at once. Go.
Yes, my lady.
The raven himself is hoarse that crooks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts. Unsex me here. Fill me from crown to toe, top full of direst cruelty.
My dearest love.
Great Glamis, worthy Cawdor, greater than both by the all-hail hereafter. Thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
King Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my Thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, look like the time. Bear welcome in your eye, your hand and tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. Leave all the rest to me.
How now? What news?
He's sleeping.
We'll proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have brought golden opinions from all sorts of people which should be worn now, not cast aside.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself?
Prithee, peace. I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none. If we should fail.
We fail? Screw up your courage to the sticking place, and we'll not fail. Duncan sleeps. His 2 attendants I have made drunk with wine. They shall bear the guilt. And now, good night. I leave you to your thoughts. Listen for the bell.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Thou art but a dagger of the mind, a false creation proceeding from a heat-oppressed brain. Thou marshallest me the way I was going, and such an instrument was I to use. Mine eyes have made the fools of my other senses. Now all the one-half world nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabout. Whilst I threat the king lives, words to the heat of deeds, too cold breath gives. I go and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is the knell that summons thee to heaven.